We've seen time and time again that given the time and the space, people can work themselves out of poverty if they have the right instruments to do so. Part of that set of instruments are financial instruments. Imagine your life if you didn't have access to any emergency funds. Imagine your life if that instead of saving, you had to store money in a hole in the ground. Imagine your life as every time you wanted to buy something, you had to put your cash into a bag and carry it to where you were going and pay for it. Well, that life is imaginable because that's what about 75% of the world's population does right now.
Si on parle de taux de bancarisation strict, donc le nombre de personnes qui ont un compte dans une banque, elle représente à peu près moins de 12% de la population.
Oftentimes, the first contact that an individual is going to have with the formal financial sector is on the recipient end. They're receiving something. But oftentimes, it's a transfer from the government.
Nous avons d'abord les salaires des agents de l'État. Nous avons les pensions de retraite qui concernent les pensionnés, les veuves et éventuellement les orphelins. Nous avons ce qu'on peut appeler les rentes d'invalidité qui sont payées aux militaires donc qui sont invalides.
The payment could be an agricultural subsidy, it could be a pension.
Et nous avons les allocations sociales payées par une caisse de sécurité sociale.
One of the ways to draw people into the system, into the digital financial services system, is actually through government-to-person payments.
Also, in terms of public works programs, at the moment they're being paid in cash, but there is discussion at the moment to try to digitize those payments.
Now, instead of talking about building branches, sending staff, putting out cash into rural areas to reach the population, actually now you can reach them by what they're holding in the palm of their hand. So interestingly, in the case of South Africa, they've done an amazing job in terms of bringing people into the financial system by using government-to-person payments.
The system at SASA, the system is very good. Maybe as a country, I have learned a lot.
The feedback as well from the beneficiaries seems to point to the same thing. They are happy with the card payment system.
And in the government-to-person payments cash system, there's a lot of leakage.
And people doesn't need to hold cash to receive cash or other payment, which can lead to some other corruption. So, but with e-payment, you cannot demand anything from a beneficiary because money is in the card.
The beneficiaries we talked to compared the manual system to the electronic system, and they were of the view that the electronic arrangement is better, that they felt safe and it was risk-free. Because if you are given cash at the end of the day, the risk of losing it is there.
L'autre chose qui m'a marqué aussi, c'est que j'ai pu avoir l'occasion d'interviewer un des bénéficiaires qui est venu spécialement pour ça. Un monsieur d'un certain âge qui était très bien habillé, qui avait arboré sa carte de SASA et on lisait une certaine fierté.
If we get this right, we have the opportunity to add not 5, not 10, maybe 15, maybe 20% of the adult population to the financial sector in these countries. And that would mean making more progress in the next 2 to 3 years as far as financial inclusion than we've made in the past 40.